Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Grassroots Racing Show.
Welcome to the Grassroots Racing Show. I'm Doug Thompson with co-host Roger Thompson. Roger, this week we've sent Mike Kraft out to Winston, Missouri. Some more excellent racing. And this racing so far this season has been fantastic.
That's the I35 Speedway in Winston, Missouri, where they're going to be running the B-Mod, USRA B-Mod class. And there's some names we recognize in there because we raced against some of these guys in the 70s.
Yeah.
And they're going to have the USRA stock cars. And the one that I really like, because we had them at the racetrack, is this Missouri vintage car class. And wow.
That's always exciting racing.
Those guys have, the cars that they race, these vintage cars, never went anything like that in the day. So this is going to be a very exciting night at Winston, Missouri.
And we're showing all three races tonight. We're going to get it in this half-hour program. You're in for some fantastic racing from Winston, Missouri. So stay tuned to Grassroots Racing Show. We'll be right back.
In his hand, USRA racing at its best here at I35 Speedway. Let's get ready to go green, lean, and mean the rest of the way. Let's see if Clancy gets as good a start or is the star man ready for him. Inside, outside, foot to the floor, down the front straightaway. Green we go into turn number one.
A lot better start this time by the star man of Lynn Star as he swings it to the outside. Nothing quite there. Up to the second position. Oh, as the 15 of John Anderson gets a little bit loose. Everybody's splitting him down through the pack, and we stay green flag racing.
And the big loser in all that was Yancey Shepard, as he had to take evasive action, slides back through the field. As out front, look at that car number 21 of Clancy go.
As car number 16 and 319 of Daniel Harris and Blake Pierce get tangled up in turn number 3 and 4. Yellow flag.
I thought he was going to get it going, but couldn't get it going. Down here, West Bastion loops that car, drives her through the infield as we're spinning, winging, winding every direction.
The lights are out, and we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Watch so they don't pass.
All right, race fans. Car number 21 of Chad Clancy up front. Where's he going to start him at? He can start him from now until he comes off 4. Getting on the gas, starting a good roll of starters that come down the front straight away. Clancy, your leader. Claxton in second.
Claxton in second. Randy Ainsworth right around in third, but here comes Doug Keller in that 7K. Don't count out the 11 of Mike Haley riding around in that 5th spot.
Lynn Starr, he didn't get through turn number 1 and 2 good. Got that car a little bit loose. He loses 3 or 4 positions. As Clint Baker again and Cameron start moving their way toward the front. Out front, Clancy still your leader. 42 of Claxton runs second.
Claxton running second, Ainsworth third, the 7 of Keller is fourth. Meanwhile, here comes the 11 of Higley, but don't look back because here comes the 96C of Jim Cameron and the 17X of Clint Baker.
319 of Daniel Harris all over the track, down in 3 and 4, got it gathered back up, we stay green flag. Here comes into turn number 1, the 21 of Clancy, still your leader. Action all over the racetrack.
Clancy still your leader as he's extending about a 3, 4, 5 car length lead over the 42 of Gene Claxton.
How about that 96C of Jim Cameron slipping up on that car number 11 of Higley. Higley running the high side, Cameron on the low side. That is the battle on the racetrack now. Heating up for second spot between Claxton and the 57 Ainsworth.
Ainsworth is looking low, Claxton is running high, and Keller is behind him, honking the horn, won't fly the whole time.
I'll tell you one thing. How about up front? As we got a spin, car number 319 loops her down there in turn number 4. Coming off turn number 4. Clancy played a waiting game that time, gets a good start as he's got our car length lead going into 1.
Going through turns 1 and 2 with his Clancy, Claxton, Ainsworth, Keller, and Cameron.
Here comes Ainsworth looking on the inside. Star man way up the track. Handle goes away on that 54 car. Gathers it back up as him and Gore battle side by side. Meanwhile, back up front, down the front straightaway. Clancy, still your leader.
Clancy still at the point. Claxton still in second. Ainsworth and Keller have the race on the track right now, battling for that 3rd and 4th spot.
This is more like a green flag racing as Yancey Shepard in that 20 car is coming toward the front. He takes her high, passes car, he takes her low as him and Miller are side by side. Up front, Clancy still your leader.
Clancy still at the point. Everybody's trying to make their way through. We're staying green flag racing on the track. The car on the move right, yellow flag on the racetrack. That's car number 60 of Brady Sisters, spins it around.
Brady Sisters, car number 60. First week out, started that car in the rear. Handle kind of going away on that 21C of Chad Clancy. Had that lead, not going to give it up. But how about Claxton? He'd like to make it 371. As the green flag is going to be going in the air, the lights are out. Where's Clancy starting? He started him late last time. On the gas, coming off four. Chad Clancy with Claxton rolling his back bumper. Green flag waving into one.
A lot better restart by the 42 of Claxton as he looks to the outside, nothing quite there. And again, Randy Ainsworth and Doug Keller just can't be separated as they're running 3 and 4.
As the way they run last week was 1 and 2 on the racetrack. As Keller was all over, but Ainsworth held him off. Harris Chackney working on that 57 car. As Clancy's got company, Claxton up front.
And around goes Josh Barnes in the 52J, and then 7 of Bobby Russell.
Joker Josh Barnes loops her down there in turn number 4.
And back on the track, the 11 of Mike Higley, Ford Power.
Did you get the trophy center? Green flag in the air. We're going to turn number 1. Clancy, your leader, but here comes Claxton and Ainsworth.
Ainsworth looking to the inside of Claxton as he's trying to take over that number 2 spot. Nothing quite there as Claxton still maintains his 2nd position.
Side by side, door handle to door handle. Claxton working middle to upper side. Down on the list of car number 7, takes that car in the infield. Keep it in there, buddy, don't come.
Big melee on turn number 3 as the 22 of Mitch Boer gets turned around. The 20J of Jaden Ferris takes evasive maneuver, and the 11 of Mike Higley pulls it down to the infield, but we stay green flag racing on the racetrack.
How about that? As the green flag stays out, Chad Clancy says good as he takes her into turn number 1.
And now he's going to be battling lap traffic here pretty soon. The and around goes Brady Cinchus and the 15 of Just a Swing and John Anderson.
I think we can say bye-bye to both them two guys.
15, go to the pits. That is 2 unassisted by both those individuals, and you know the rules. 2 unassisted, you go to the pits.
Ready to go, green flag racing. Lights are out, coming off turn number 4. Clancy on the gas. Battle heating up for that 2nd spot between Claxton and the 57 Ainsworth.
Ainsworth looking to the inside, nothing quite there. Now he's going to try it again, looking to the inside again, nothing quite there as we stay green flag racing.
Kind of hard for him to do a whole lot on car number 42 when he's having to hold off that number 7. And here comes car number 96C. Keller going to the high side. It's a white flag coming out on the racetrack.
One more time around for your leader, the 21C of Chad Clancy.
Time running out on this grid, so we're going to end it under green as we come off turn number 4 into turn number 3. Coming through the turn. Let's give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Checkered flag, 21C of Chad Clancy.
Meanwhile, we're playing a little bumper tag on the back straightaway. The 52J of Josh Barnes, not quite sure what's going on with him, and the 76 of Ronnie Miller, and the 22B of Mitch Boer.
You saw him thread the needle, get out there, what a run. He had his heat race driver, car number 88, Horn Me Baby, Big Jeff Dixon.
Outside of him, we call him Hollywood, last year's track champion, car number 77 of Dean Ray.
2 feature wins on the season already. Driver of the 65X Bowler Motorsports, that is Thomas Robert.
Outside of him in the 4D is Sean Lee.
Row number 3 inside. Car number 18 driven by Richard Moulton.
Outside of him, just a cruising. Car number 12C of John Cruz.
Row number 4 inside. The old Hulkster himself, 86C of Jake Cameron.
Outside of him, scheduled to go. Don't see him out there. The 36S of Holden Schultz.
All right, race fans. Starting ahead of the 65X and beside of the 77, we'll just have to see what happens. As the lights are out, we're going green flag racing. I hope they go green, white, checkered after that last melee. As we come down the front straightaway, green flag in the air, side by side. Great start for the 77 array.
What a great start by both the first 2 rows as the 88 of Big Jeff Dixon on the inside, the 77 of Dean Ray gets the momentum and takes to the lead.
How about the 4D of Sean Lee as he is bringing that car up to the pack, running right there, battling for that 3rd spot. Got the high side working as they come off turn number 4. Hollywood Dean Ray, your leader on lap 1.
Dean Ray out to the point, throw a blanket over the entire field basically, because this is our most competitive class. Side by side down the backstretch between Ray and Dixon.
Somebody film this and show it to the B-mods. This is how you're supposed to race side by side. No handle, high, low. Use the whole track. As we got a battle for the lead, give it to Dixon at the line.
It was only by a matter of inches as Dixon went to the inside in turns 3 and 4. He does it again in turns 1 and 2, takes over that point, but here comes Hollywood back on the outside.
Side by side, no handle, fast race cars, good drivers. Dixon on the inside, Ray on the outside. They never disappoint as they come by. Leader 88 of Dixon.
88 of Dixon, your leader. The 77 of Ray is second. But don't look back, because here comes that 65X of Thomas Roberts.
That black Monte Carlo looming right there in that third spot. 4D of Sean Lee, great run for him, and the old Cruiser coming to the front in the 12C.
John Cruz making momentum work for him as he looks to the inside of the 4D of Sean Lee. Jake Cameron a little bit out of control in turns number 3, 4, gathers it back up. We stay green flag racing.
Throw a blanket over them top 3. The 88 of Dixon out front, but not by half a car length of the 77 of Ray runs second. Here comes the 65X Bowler Motorsports of Thomas Roberts coming down the front straightaway. 4 laps in the book, 5 this time by.
5 laps in the book, and you can look at the 12C and the 4D of Sean Lee. Them two are battling side by side almost every single lap without touching each other. What great racing we have in this USRA stock car division.
Holding their lines, that's the way you're supposed to do it. Not giving an inch, hard as they can race. No hound, never touching. As Dixon, still your leader at Team Husqvarna.
Dixon still at the point, 77 of Ray looking to the inside, nothing quite there, but here comes the 65X of Thomas Roberts.
WW Motorsports number 77 of Hollywood, Dean Ray. Runs right there in that second spot. Already got 1 feature win as we're halfway through this feature. This is how it's done.
Halfway through the feature, 4D of Sean Lee and the 12C of John Cruz still side by side trying to figure out that 4th and 5th position.
And they're both still smiling, because that's when it's fun, when you got somebody to race with you can trust out on the racetrack. Up front, the 88 of Dixon. Dean Ray's tried him high, he's tried him low. What else did he do to get by?
Dixon running an almost near flawless race, picked out his line early and he's sticking to it. Ray looking to the outside, looking to the inside, nothing there on either side, has to settle back into second.
He better run a flawless race, because if he don't run a flawless race, them two will be all over him. They don't play it, they don't kid around, they just race hard as we come by. Dixon's still your leader.
Dixon's still at the point, leading probably the most competitive class here at I35 Speedway. Dixon at the point, 77 of Ray second, and the 65X of Thomas Roberts third.
Big Jeff Dixon. Laps winding down. 9 laps in the book, gonna be 10 down this time by. Don't blink an eye, because right there's a 77. 6.9 designs on that race car, WW Motorsports, as he takes her right on the back bumper of the 88.
This race is shaping up to be one of the classics, as the 4D of Sean Lee has finally put himself in that 4th spot, but he can't look too far back as the 12C of Cruz is right there.
Battle shaping up for that lead. Dixon on the inside, Ray on the outside. Here comes Thomas Roberts as we go into turn number 1.
It's been a 1-2-3 race all race long. Nothing quite changing on the track, but the 65X of Thomas Roberts has caught the 77 of Dean Ray.
I tell you one thing, these guys are going to battle to the very end. 11 laps in the book. Now the battle shaping up between Cameron and the 12C Cruz. Here comes Thomas Roberts as he takes over the 2nd spot that time by.
This is exactly what the 88 of Dixon wants to see. A battle going on behind him, but not quite much of a battle as the 65X of Thomas Roberts looked to the inside and took over that 2nd spot away from Ray.
He'd love to see a little more battling than that. Thomas Roberts flies by him in that Monte Carlo. Looks like the handle may be going away a little on Hollywood's car, but up front, Dixon, still your leader.
Dixon's still at the point, but he can't make a slip up right now because the 65X of Thomas Roberts is all over the back deck land of his 88 machine.
He's going to be looking at the white flag this time by. Thomas Roberts, does he have enough to get by the 88 of Dixon? He's going to look on the inside, down the front straightaway, up on the quarter panel as they go into turn number 1.
1 lap to go as Dixon slings it to the outside. Thomas Roberts to the inside. We're side by side going down the back straightaway. Rick, take us home.
Now that is racing. Race fans is there side by side. No handle. Thomas Roberts on the inside, Dixon on the outside. Who's it going to be? Monte Carlo 65X. Bowler Motorsports brings her home in victory lane. How about Thomas Roberts in that 65X, ripping the heart right out of the 88 fans. That car number 88 give it all he had. Thomas Roberts would not be denied here tonight as he battled from the back to the front to pick up the feature win. Wow!
What a race, fan.
McDowell, pretty emotional last year, picked up his first ever feature win right here at I-35 Speedway. Very impressive, very emotional for him. He just didn't have a lot, didn't know what to say in victory lane, so we helped him through it. Great win for the 24 last year.
As the lights are out, we're getting ready to go green flag racing. Remember, Bob Reber, our flagman, starts the racing, not the drivers.
I don't think they remembered that though. As we come off turn number 4, here they come down the front straightaway. Show me vintage style.
Another great start by the 24. Big Mike McDowell as the 22 of Century sits on the inside. Car number 2 of Shore trying to split the difference. Nowhere to go as he has to brake check to try not to run into the 24 of McDowell.
Darn better not scratch that number 2 car. If he does, Tammy's going to be all over it. And up in smoke goes car number 22. Stitchman around goes to 66 and Jim Clevenger.
I don't think it actually went up in smoke. I think it was just a tire rub. I don't see any smoke coming out of it anymore as we're yellow on the racetrack as you see car number 66 of Clevenger sitting green flag in Bob Reber's hand. We're ready to go racing.
Let's hope it helps as these old timers get ready to go at it. Now show me vintage racer. Is there an age limit on these guys too?
Over a certain age.
Over a certain age to drive this? So much Geritol, have to go get an IV before the race, get out of the walker or a wheelchair. We're going green flag racing into turn number 1.
Century out front, don't count out Clevenger, but here comes Big Mike McDowell back on the outside.
Battle up front, old Big Mike McDowell using that high side to his advantage. Stentry still in the lead. Stentry, old Santa Claus with that long beard as they come down the front straightaway. We're going to take them 2 wide. Mike McDowell takes over the lead into 1.
Big Mike McDowell, your new leader, but don't look back because here comes car number 6 of Damon Clevenger. I was talking about him. He almost threw it sideways, but he gathers it back up. We stay green flag racing.
I think you threw the hex on number 6. Damon Clevenger gets that car sideways, gathers it back up. Big Mike McDowell, just what he wanted to see as he gets that car out front. 4, 5, 6 car length lead into turn number 1.
Mike McDowell at the point, Damon Clevenger right around in second. Then comes Century in car number 22, Jim Clevenger in car number 66, and riding around in that top 5th position is car number 711 of Brian Buff Strong.
Stentry looks like he is off the pace. That car's slowing down as he is fading back through the field, all the way back to 4th after he started up front and led a lap. Up front, Big Mike McDowell with Clevenger right there in that second spot.
Mike McDowell is exactly what he wants to see on the racetrack as we're going green flag right now. Nothing quite changing on the track, but still slipping back through the pack, car number 22 of Century.
Battle of the 55 and the 56. 55 Chevy up front. Mike McDowell second place was car number 6 as he loops her down there. Jim Clevenger, he slides. Damon Clevenger slides back to that 3rd spot. Jim Clevenger into the 2nd spot.
What a great recovery by the car number 6 of Damon Clevenger. He spun it, complete 360, stayed on the gas, hammered it down, and we stayed green flag racing.
I'd be so dizzy, I'd still be running off the racetrack after going in the spin cycle like that. But he hangs in there, gathers it back up. We stayed green flag. And Mike McDowell, old Big Mike, pulling out, pulling away.
Mike McDowell has just about a back straightaway lead on car number 66, your 2nd place contender of Jim Clevenger. Right around in 3rd, car number 6 of Damon Clevenger.
I tell you what, old Mike McDowell, if he hangs in there, it's going to be his 2nd victory ever as he's right here at I-35 Speedway, picked up his 1st one last year. I tell you what, he's going to be a happy camper if he can pull it off tonight.
This 3/8 mile of dirt seems to come in handy for Big Mike McDowell, seems to fit his style of driving as he's checking out on car number 66 of Jim Clevenger.
I tell you what, the 24, if you notice him going through the turns, not near as much sliding sideways, not near as loose of a race car as Clevenger in that 6th car. He is extremely loose compared to the 2 front runners.
Not much changing on the racetrack as we're still green flag going down through your run down your leader, car number 24 of Big Mike McDowell. 2nd place of the 66 of Jim Clevenger. 3rd place car number 6 of Damon Clevenger. 4th to the 711 of Brian Buff Strong, and rounding out your field, car number 34 of Elmer Gerloff.
24 of Big Mike McDowell's. Anybody bothered to tell him he's got a half a straightaway lead or more because he is checking out in that 55 Chevy. Got it out front, going into 1.
Going through turns 1 and 2. If it stays green flag, we're looking at lap traffic as Big Mike McDowell comes off turns number 2. And now coming off turn number 2, almost a straightaway behind car number 66, your 2nd place contender of Jim Clevenger.
Mike McDowell going to be coming up on lap traffic here pretty soon as the white flag is in the air. One more time around for Big Mike McDowell.
Mike McDowell slings it into turns number 1 and 2. He's just got a straightaway and 2 more corners to go as now he's coming up on the 34 lap machine of Elmer Gerloff. Rick, take us home.
Taking her into turn number 3. Let's give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Car number 24, your winner. Show me vintage racer, car number 24, Big Mike McDowell. Second place, car number 66 of Jim Clevenger. Third, car number 6 of Damon Clevenger.
Welcome back to the Grassroots Racing Show. Well, Roger, as promised, that was some fantastic racing from Winston, Missouri.
And the guy that finished second in this B-Mod class was Gene Claxton. He must be older than Methuselah. And the other thing, in the vintage class, this guy named Mike McDowell won in that class, and he's 57 years old. I had no idea people lived that long.
I think we raced against their grandfathers.
Well, you probably did.
I probably did. You're probably right. Hope you've
See you
enjoyed
next
the
week.
show. Take care.